Arnold Schwarzenegger's final term as governor of California runs out at the end of the year. On Wednesday, he held an Obesity Summit in Los Angeles along with former President Bill Clinton. I spoke with the governor minutes after he finished hosting the event and asked him why the issue was so important to him.
Well, we have so many children and grown-ups that are overweight and obese, and I think that it costs the state of California and the country a huge amount of money. In the state of California, it costs us $50 billion because of that situation. And if you think about $50 billion, we're talking here about a lot of money. That's the total amount of money that we give to education here in California.
Can the state of California, for the country for that matter, afford not to act on this?
We've seen some impact since the last Obesity Summit, but we really want to make more impact. So the only way you get this done is you have to understand that $1.5 to $1.6 billion a year is being spent by the food industry and by the soda industry on marketing. So they make it, of course, very delicious and very seductive to have those kind of foods. So what we have to do is use our star power. And that's why it was great to have President Clinton there to sell, first of all, the idea that this is not a Democratic or Republican idea or issue. This is for a people's issue.
Are you and Maria strict at home in terms of some of the food the kids eat?
I grew up very strict, so I have a tendency to go more in a strict direction. But I also recognize when my wife says, relax. Because this is not Austria. So, then I pull back a little bit because you have to make an adjustment because today the world is a different world. Yeah. This is a different country than Austria and so on. But we are offering our kids vegetables. We're offering them good foods and so on. And every so often they can have the desserts.
We appreciate you having this conversation with us about obesity, which everybody cares about. But since we have you in the chair, I know you've agreed to take on some other subjects. And I know you met with President Obama earlier this week. He's been in office 13 months. His approval ratings are dropping. He's under fire from all kinds of quadrants. If you're going to give him some advice as to how to stay his course, what would you tell him?
Well, first of all, I don't think that he needs advice from me. I think that the bottom line is this is a very difficult job today to be a leader. Because of the world economy being down, no matter where you pick up newspapers, it's all the same headlines. There is a disaster, the economy is down, money is not available, the banking system is a problem, people are losing jobs and all of this stuff, and people are hating their politicians. Remember, with healthcare reform, Teddy Roosevelt talked about healthcare reform in 1912. So that's 100 years ago. And since then, no one was able to do it. And, now Obama is another president that is giving it a stab and trying to get it done. It could work. I mean, you have to give him credit for taking the risk. You have to give any leader credit for always going out on a limb and to go and fight for something. It may not work out, but in the end, you got to try.
There are winds of change blowing in the Republican Party. The Tea Party is met. It feels like a significant shift to the right. Can the Republican Party exist without moderates?
I think that there's great leaders in the Republican Party, and I think that the key thing is to always, when you're the minority party, that you have good solutions so that people can see, what the majority party has to offer and what then the minority party has to offer. So to me, the most important thing is you always have great solutions, not just say no, but have great solutions and have a whole menu of things of what you would do if you were in power.
Governor, thank you so much for your time today. We do appreciate it. We hope we can visit again soon. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.